So we're having a little issue in the lab lately. Meg seems to think that every single surface here has to be 100% sterile, totally clean. And needless to say, it's gotten a little weird.
Oh, sweet pizza! I'm so...
Jake, no!
It's getting a little bit ridiculous. Having some germs on your food isn't really the end of the world.
Seriously, like, we need to do something about this.
Guys, what's going on?
Meg, have a seat. We called Megan was to talk to her about the hygiene hypothesis, which is kind of a weird concept because it basically tells us that germs are good for us. Basically, through all the modernization that our world is going through, getting rid of all these germs and natural bacteria in our environment is actually weakening our immune system and making us susceptible to disease.
I didn't believe them. I mean, does this really make sense? So they decided to prove it to me by doing an experiment.
Jake, have you found anything good?
Yeah, I found this article by Hansky et al. It's saying some pretty interesting things. It's saying that if you lower the diversity of bacteria, you actually put yourself at a higher risk for things like asthma and allergies. It's really interesting, but I just don't know how we can connect that to cleaning.
Maybe we could measure the amount of bacteria on different surfaces that have different amounts of human contact. So we designed a study where we swabbed different areas around both the lab and campus in general, little swabs like this one, and tested those samples for the diversity of the bacterial communities that were on them.
So then after we collected the samples, we grouped them up. So we had 12 samples. And we broke them up into what we thought were high, medium, and low levels of human influence. So that way we can test what humans have as an effect on the diversity of these microbes.
Hey guys, what are you up to?
Oh, we're just watching. Hey, Connor, let's show the results. Alright, so go to the figure, Connor. Okay. So this is our results. On this axis here, we've got the diversity index of the bacteria. Down here, we have the level of human influence. Over here, 3, you got the highest human influence that we measured. Over here is the lowest. And as you can see, if you look at these, this one has a much larger amount of bacterial index with the low amount of influence. And it turns out that this one with the high influence is actually, it is significantly different than this one. So it turns out we are lowering the diversity of the bacteria through our own influence.
What does that mean? They showed me their data in a bar chart and they said that it was significant, but I don't know exactly why that was significant or what that has to do with me cleaning it all.
Meg, we know you had a lot of questions about how your cleaning and our study and the hygiene hypothesis are all related. So we drew it on the board here to show you.
What our study showed is that a high amount of human influence, like cleaning in your case, causes a decrease in the bacterial diversity of the area.
Yeah, and like another study we saw by Schaub showed that kids with a lower exposure to bacterial infection in the early stages of their development actually led to a higher occurrence of asthma that occurred with them later in life.
But why does the lower exposure to infections lead to higher occurrence of asthma?
Well, when our bodies are exposed to higher amounts of bacterial infection, it trains our immune system to mature to be able to react appropriately. And asthma is actually an example of our body overreacting because it's just not trained properly.
So all of my cleaning leads to less bacteria and a higher chance that I'll get other diseases because my immune system's not trained well enough?
Yeah, essentially.
Oh.
I really think she gets it. I think we did a good job of showing her some evidence and convincing her that it's not that big of a deal to not have everything perfectly cleaned.
Yeah, well, too bad we're not being graded on this.